Good morning, students. Today we're going to talk about a reading skill that we have practiced many times in the classroom, and it's always an important skill to review, and it's called summarizing. And we are going to be talking today about summarizing fiction stories. Remember, fiction fake, nonfiction real. So if we're talking about a fiction story, we're talking about a story that has characters, a setting, and usually has a problem and a solution. So let's take a look. Summarizing. That means we are telling what happened in your own words using details from the beginning, the middle, and the end. There are some special words that we use when we're summarizing a text. Somebody, wanted, but, so, then, or finally. So somebody, that's who the main characters are. Wanted. What did the main character want to happen? But, what was the problem in the story? So, how did the character solve the problem? Then, what was the character able to do since they solved the problem? So I'm going to show you one example using our story, Miss Nelson is Missing. So let's take a look at those words again. Someone or somebody, who is the main character, wanted, what did they want? But what was the problem? So, how did they try to solve the problem? And then, how was the problem solved? So let's look. Someone, Miss Nelson, wanted, well, she wanted her students to listen to her and to change their behavior. But what was the problem? The children were not behaving. So, what did Miss Nelson do? She dressed up as Miss Swamp to teach the kids a lesson. Then, how was the problem solved? The children changed their behavior. Finally, Miss Nelson returns back to school. So, we are going to try to see if we can do a summary of a different book today. And since Earth Day is coming up, I thought it would be a great idea if we use the book Michael Recycle. So we are going to be listening to the story Michael Recycle today, and I want you to be thinking very carefully about the characters, the setting, the problem, and the solution. That way, we will be able to write a summary of our story. Good readers can summarize a text to explain just the important parts. So let's see if we can listen to the story. Michael Recycle. There once was a town called Aberdew Rimy, where garbage was left to grow rotten and slimy. It never smelled fresh, the air was all hazy, but the people did nothing, they got rather lazy. And then something happened that none could explain. It wasn't a bird and it wasn't a plane. A green Cape Crusader soared through the air with a colander hat on top of his hair. He bounced off the earth with a thump and a bump and landed head first in the town garbage dump. He brushed off his suit and he jumped to his feet and grinned at the townsfolk who'd he come to meet. I'm Michael Recycle and I have a plan, but I need your help, everyone, to a man. The sky and the river are smelly and brown. Soon 50-foot bugs will take over your town. You've got to recycle, you've got to act soon, before all your trash reaches up to the moon. Then crushing a can, he gave them a wink. He vanished from sight before they could blink. Miss Mooncotch exclaimed to her friend Mr. Crow, did you happen to hear what the boy said to do? Clean up and recycle, how hard can it be? A green and clean town would be lovely to see. They recycled their paper, their plastic and cans, and even old junk like used pots and pans. They also began the Be Greener campaign. They grew their own kumquats and saved up the rain. So proud was the town of their green transformation They threw a great party, a grand celebration. They covered the town in green toilet paper, then rolled it back up to use again later. You may think that's yucky, but these folks don't agree. In Aberdu-Rhymi, recycling is key. When Michael came back to visit the town, he didn't despair, get angry, or frown. For everything looked so clean and brand new, the sky and the river were again a bright blue. Look at our town, it gleams and it glitters. Now nothing's wasted and nobody litters. To Michael Recycle, the Green Cape Crusader, our super green hero, the planet's new savior. But Michael Recycle was nowhere around. He'd already moved on to help the next town. So if you should see a green silhouette streaking the skies, please don't get upset. The noises you hear, the clunk and that thunk, it's just our friend Michael recycling old junk. The end. All right, boys and girls, so your challenge today is you are going to summarize our story, Michael Recycle, using these words. Somebody wanted, but, so, then. Keep up with the great work.